Stephanie Link, shares of Eaton are up 18% year to date. It's a pretty nice return. Should investors stick with it through the end of the year?
I think that not only should they stick with it through the end of this year, but I think the exciting story is next year, and that's with the Cooper acquisition.
What does that bring them? Because it was recently okayed in China, it was okayed in the European Union, and those are pretty tough markets to get the okay in.
Exactly right, and what it does is it broadens their end market exposure. So they will have early, mid-cycle, and late-cycle end market exposure. And that typically, in the industrial space, warrants a higher multiple. And so I think you're going to see not only earnings accretion, synergies from the deal, but then multiple expansion on top of that.
Well, right now it's valued fairly cheaply. I think it's around 12 or 13 times, right?
It is, and that's about a little bit cheaper than the multi-industrials that I just mentioned, but it's about in line with kind of the more single-focused, less diversified industrials. So I think you're going to see this one really pair away and really expand from the group. And again, as I say, I think the synergies are very positive.
And one thing to take note, when you look at the stock, 14% of the shares are held in short accounts.
Right.
This is a little bit off-putting. However, it's because of the arbitrage, right?
Sure, it's the arb spread because it was some cash and some stock. So you get the China approval came yesterday, and that was the last that we were waiting for. So that to me is the catalyst. In the next couple of days, we should see closure. And what's important is I think that you're going to see something like $4.75 in cash earnings next year. But then the real excitement comes in 2014. Could get as high as $5. If you know this company, they're very, very conservative. So I think the analysts are going to start to roll forward their estimates and their valuations, and I think the stock goes a lot higher.